In the shadows where truth and tales intertwine, we find the thrilling, the chilling, the downright spine-tingling. From the paranormal to the peculiar, every echo has a story. Dare to delve into the unexpected, the unexplained? Brace yourself, for you're about to embark on a journey where fear meets fascination. Stay tuned if you dare, for stories that will make your heart race and your mind ponder. Welcome to the realm of the eerie, the realm of the unknown. And remember, like and subscribe, if you dare. Have you ever heard of the Albert Otsman abduction? This tale, shrouded in mystery and tinged with the eerie, begins with a man named Albert Otsman. Picture this: the year was 1924, and Otsman, a prospector by trade, decided to venture into the untamed wilderness of Toba Inlet, British Columbia. Accompanied only by his instincts and the bare necessities, he set off on a solitary camping trip, oblivious to the fact that his life was about to take an uncanny turn. As the sun dipped behind the towering mountains and the nocturnal critters began their symphony, Otsman found himself nestled in his sleeping bag, a cocoon of safety against the lurking unknown. But the unknown, as it turned out, had its own plans. In the cloaked silence of the night, Otsman was suddenly and quite literally swept off his feet. Imagine the shock, the sheer bewilderment, as he found himself scooped up, sleeping bag and all, by a creature of enormous size and strength. The beast moved with a surprising agility, carrying Otsman through the dense forest like a rag doll, his protests swallowed by the vast wilderness. In the dim light of dawn, Otsman got his first clear look at his abductor. The creature was massive, its form covered in a thick matted coat. As he studied its face, a chilling realization dawned on him. This was no ordinary beast. No, this creature was something straight out of folklore, a legend that he had heard but never believed. This was Bigfoot. The surrealism of the situation was not lost on Otsman. There he was, a mere man, in the clutches of a creature deemed mythical, his fate hanging in the balance. But little did he know, this was just the beginning. His journey into the realm of the unknown had only just begun. In the dead of night, the world as Albert Otsman knew it was about to shift into the realm of the unknown. Would you ever imagine waking up in the midst of a Bigfoot family? Picture this. Prospector Albert Otsman, a man used to solitude in the wilderness, finds himself in an extraordinary situation. He wakes up, not in his tent, but in an unfamiliar environment, surrounded by an unusual family. A Papa Bigfoot, a Mama Bigfoot, and 2 Bigfoot children. Now you might be thinking, what does a Bigfoot family look like? Otsman described them as towering figures covered head to toe in thick, shaggy fur. The Papa Bigfoot was the largest, standing a good 2 heads taller than Otsman himself. The Mama Bigfoot, though smaller, had a strength that was palpable. The children, curious and playful, were nonetheless formidable in size. Their eyes, human-like in their expression, held a mix of curiosity and caution as they observed their unexpected guest. The dynamics of this unusual family were fascinating. Papa Bigfoot was clearly the protector, his watchful eyes constantly scanning the surroundings. Mama Bigfoot exhibited caring and nurturing traits, looking after the children with a gentleness that belied her size. The children, much like any young ones, were playful, their innocent antics a stark contrast to their imposing stature. Communication was a challenge for Otsman. He attempted to interact with them, using gestures and basic sounds. He watched in awe as the family communicated amongst themselves, using a series of grunts and gestures that seemed to form a complex language of their own. Despite being held captive, Otsman found himself studying his captors, observing their behaviors, their interactions. He noted their diet, which consisted mainly of roots, berries, and small game. He saw them display emotions, joy, sadness, frustration, much like humans would. In this strange captivity, Otsman began to see these creatures not as monsters, but as beings trying to survive, just like him. Despite his predicament, Otsman found himself captivated by this strange family, their behaviors strikingly human-like. How would you devise an escape plan if your captors were a family of Bigfoots? This was the predicament that faced Albert Otsman, a prospector who claimed to have been kidnapped and held captive by a family of these legendary creatures in the forests of Toba Inlet, British Columbia, in 1924. Otsman, however, was not a man to be easily cowed. He recognized that his captors, though physically imposing, were not particularly savvy. So he devised a plan to use their simplicity against them. He had brought with him a tin of chewing tobacco, something that held no interest for the Bigfoot family until one fateful day. Otsman decided to use this seemingly innocuous item as his ticket to freedom. He began by making a show of enjoying his chewing tobacco, catching the eye of the Papa Bigfoot. The creature's curiosity was piqued. Otsman took advantage of this, offering a chunk to the giant beast. Unaware of the effects of nicotine, the creature readily accepted. What followed was a series of events that Otsman could only have hoped for. Papa Bigfoot, after consuming the tobacco, fell into a fit of coughing and spasms. The creature was clearly unwell, its strength temporarily sapped by the foreign substance it had ingested. This provided Otsman with the perfect opportunity to make his escape. He seized the moment, slipping away from the incapacitated Bigfoot and the rest of the bewildered family. He ran, darting through the dense forest, propelled by adrenaline and the fear of recapture. He did not look back, not once, until he was well out of the Bigfoot territory. His quick thinking and clever ruse had allowed him to escape from a situation that would have left many others paralyzed with fear. Otsman had turned the tables on his captors, using their own curiosity against them. With a quick wit and a bit of luck, Otsman managed to free himself from the clutches of the Bigfoot family. And so, the tale of Albert Otsman's great escape enters the annals of Bigfoot lore, a testament to human ingenuity in the face of the unknown. Why would someone wait over 3 decades to share such a peculiar tale? One might wonder, as we delve into the peculiarities surrounding Albert Otsman's account of his Bigfoot encounter. The skepticism that surrounds Otsman's tale is amplified by the significant time gap between the purported events and when he first brought them to light. In the chronicles of human history, time has often served as both a preserver and a distorter of truth. In Otsman's case, the passing of over 30 years before sharing his story has led many to question the authenticity of his claims. It's a fact that time can embellish memories, morphing them into more grandiose versions of their original selves. Could this have been the case with Otsman's Bigfoot tale? Or was there a more profound reason for his delayed confession? The plot thickens when we discover that Otsman only unveiled his story in 1957, after hearing another man's account of a similar encounter. This man was none other than William Rowe, whose description of Bigfoot eerily mirrored the details later shared by Otsman. The timing of Otsman's revelation, coming hot on the heels of Rowe's account, has led many to speculate. Was Otsman's tale merely the byproduct of an overactive imagination, influenced by Rowe's narrative? Or was it a genuine recounting of a long-held secret prompted by the realization that he wasn't alone in his experiences? The lines of truth and fabrication, reality and fantasy, blur in the face of such questions. And perhaps we may never arrive at a definite answer. But isn't that the very essence of a good story? The mystery, the uncertainty, the constant tug-of-war between belief and disbelief? Whether it was coincidence, influence, or a genuine encounter, Albert Otsman's tale remains one of the most intriguing Bigfoot stories to date. And as we venture forward, we'll continue to explore the aftermath and reflections of this unique narrative, forever imprinted in the annals of Bigfoot lore. What happens after you've escaped from a Bigfoot family, you might ask? In the case of Albert Otsman, life took a turn towards the extraordinary. His tale, teetering on the edges of reality and myth, became a beacon for those drawn to the enigmatic world of cryptids. Otsman's story was met with a mixed bag of reactions. Some laughed it off as fanciful fiction, while others listened with rapt attention, their belief in the existence of Bigfoot solidified by his vivid recount. The public was split. A chasm of belief and skepticism formed, making his abduction a hot topic for late-night discussions and campfire tales. Bigfoot enthusiasts found in Otsman's story a validation of their faith in the creature's existence. His detailed descriptions matched those of other alleged sightings, adding fuel to the fire of their convictions. Skeptics, on the other hand, pointed to the delayed revelation of his experience as grounds for doubt. If Otsman's encounter was real, why did he wait over 30 years to share it? Despite the skepticism, Otsman's narrative had a profound impact on the Bigfoot legend. It humanized the creature, portraying it not as a mindless beast, but as a creature with a family structure similar to ours. This shifted the narrative from fear to fascination, from monster to mystery. It made Bigfoot more than just a fleeting shadow in the woods. It made it a subject of study, of intrigue. The debate his story sparked continues to this day, keeping the legend of Bigfoot alive and kicking. His tale, whether true or the product of an imaginative mind, has become a staple in the annals of cryptid lore. It has inspired countless expeditions into the wilderness, books, documentaries, and even films, all in the quest to uncover the truth behind the elusive Bigfoot. Even today, the Albert Otsman abduction continues to captivate, intrigue, and foster an enduring curiosity about the unknown. And so, our tale of the Campfire Horrors comes to an end. Until next time, sleep tight. Before we part ways, dear viewers, remember to stay vigilant. The Campfire Horrors may have been extinguished for now, but the embers of the unknown always remain. As you lay down to sleep tonight, don't forget the lessons from our tale. Safety is but a fleeting moment in a world of unseen. So if you've enjoyed this journey into the abyss, don't forget to ring that bell and smash that like button. Do it before the thing under your bed decides to pay you a visit. Oh, and keep those night lights on. You never know what might be lurking in the dark. Thank you for embarking on this terrifying adventure with us. Until our paths cross again in another tale of the unknown. Goodbye and sweet dreams, if you can.